Welcome to the first episode of ASILIMENI Maswati. In this episode, we take you to Marime Farms in Luve, where three brothers, George, Bandile, and Mncobi, are building a farming legacy. In 2021, these young men came together with a shared vision to create a thriving family farm. With the support of their mother, a retired teacher, they installed a borehole, built a greenhouse, and established a nursery to grow fresh vegetables for the local market. I'm Spusiso Mgadi, and I invite you to join me as we uncover this inspiring journey of Marime Farms. And here's something fascinating. Did you know that Marime means farmer? Let's dive into their story. So George, we are really happy to be here, and thank you for opening the gates for us to visit. This is the first farm that we are visiting. This is the first episode of the program, and we are happy that we are doing it with you because we like your story. We love your story. We think it's going to inspire a lot of other people, especially young ones who are seeing agriculture as something that can be done by others. So what inspired you? Tell us just about your story. How did you start?
We are happy to have you here. We started in 2021, okay. During the COVID times.
Yeah.
I believe it's something we always wanted to do together as the Marime Brothers, farming together. And for a while we had taken different paths.
Okay.
But in 2021, I think everything was brought together for us to start this project. We started in from a smaller community project, where we got about 2 meter by 100 meters plot, okay, where we could plant each of us. And so after that we were able to get water in our current place, in the current farm, and then we decided we're going to start our dream. Okay. We've always wanted to do agriculture. Like two of my brothers, Bandile and Mncobi, yeah, they went to school at the University of UMP. Okay. And Bandile has a diploma there, so it's
in agriculture.
In agriculture. Okay. So it's something that it came out together like that, and then in 2021 we decided to start.
So you talk about going in different places before you start the project. Yeah. I appreciate you are 33. Yes. Bandile is how old?
31, turning 31.
Okay. Mncobi?
Mncobi is 29.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think you are actually, close knit because you actually grew up together. Yeah, from what you are telling me. Now, going different places, then what made you to say let's come together and do this?
Okay. At the time in 2021, I was enrolled at the University of Eswatini for teaching, and my brother Bandile was trying to find a job, yeah, in agriculture. Yeah. So which was hard for him. He had found a job before, but they had a farm in Malkans, okay, but they didn't pay him well. Okay. So. And then I had challenges paying for my tuition there, yeah. Okay. So I had to take a break from that, and then with not doing anything, and
Mncobi was not doing anything.
Yes, Mncobi as well had a similar challenge to mine, where he was enrolled at UMP.
Okay.
So he did the
tuition fees.
Yeah,
that was the
tuition
problem.
fees.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was also doing agriculture.
Okay.
So yeah, and in earlier years we had once talked about owning a farm together. We would be working maybe where we were working, and then we'd decide on and then having a business together one day. But I believe this is how God set it up to be. So that we can start. Maybe if we had gone the different paths, we would have been always postponing. Hey, one day we need to start. One day we need to start.
Interesting.
I think 2021 brought us to that point where we said we need to be doing something. We can do something through this. So yeah.
But just following your story, all of you, I in your journeys, but I don't see any of you having the capacity to start. What made it possible for you to start in terms of, you know, to be straight in terms of money?
Okay.
Where did you get the money to start?
A lot of credit, I would say, would be our mother, ASILIMENI. I would say even having had put a borehole here, she was primarily doing that for us, so that we can start with our dream. So, and with the tunnel structure you see behind us, she had to put on last of her money, right? So we can do that, and in hope that it will help us to grow. So she was able to invest in us, and then we had a challenge with inputs. For a while because there was no money left, but we had been maybe for a year beneficiaries of the Mncobi project together with us now, and they had this step-up program where they have a competition of young farmers, and they get to pick farmers who have won, and then that's how we got about 5,200 worth of inputs, and that has got us started, and we haven't looked back since.
No, thank you for that story. That Mncobi actually supported you to start as well. Your mother started, and I think when I'm following your story, you say your mother used her last money because she is now a pensioner in actually. So she used her last money to help you start. But that even was not enough. So Mncobi came in, they gave you 5,000 worth of inputs, 5,000 malangeni or 5,000 in terms of quantity?
5,000 malangeni worth of
inputs.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so we really appreciate all the support that can be given to farmers, especially young farmers. So big ups to Mncobi as well. So now you have started. You've put in all the inputs, you are planting. Technically, I have heard that some of your brothers have done agriculture. But who else is supporting you to do this? You know, from a technical point of view. In fact, how do you even know how to manage a greenhouse, for instance? Most people would say, you know, it needs some special skills. We get a lot of support from the Ministry of Agriculture Extension Officer program. So Balimi, so they do help a lot. With knowing how to do a greenhouse. So when we had built this, we didn't know how it's run and everything like that. So Mncobi also help us with that, because they invested just a bit of money for my brother Bandile, who I would say is the leader of the farm. To go to Malkens to Agritech Solutions. I don't know if you know that farm. So he went there and worked for about a month. So it was practical training.
It was practical training. So he spent some time there to see how
they do it there.
How they do it, and because he already knows a lot about agriculture from his days at school and his work he got, it was quicker for him to catch on, and I believe he's a smart guy, so he could catch on.
It was
quickly.
easy for him to learn.
Yeah, like even with the drip irrigation, we did it ourselves. We didn't hire any company to do that.
Wow.
Just by looking, he came back and we did it. To where it is now. We just had our first cycle, and I think it went well. There were a few missteps here and there, but yeah, we harvested and made money of it.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, how big is this farm?
This farm, I would say approximately 1 hectare.
Okay.
Maybe we use about 0.8 of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, 0.8, is it sufficient to take care of yourselves? You know, the 3 brothers and the mother, and I'm sure there are other relatives. Is that sufficient to take care of you? Because I think I can see that everyone is now invested in this project.
Yeah.
This is your source of living. Is it enough?
I would say for now it's enough to put food on the table.
Okay.
But we are young. I would say a bit ambitious, and we would like to have families of our own one day.
Yes.
So in order, we would like to build it to be much bigger than what it is. We've been trying to find more land to expand. Right now, I would say we really need to be expanding, because if we stay on this land for more than this year, then it would stagnate us.
Yeah.
So we'd really like to find more land and invest
and
more,
do what you're doing.
Yeah, then we can say, okay, that's a good investment, and we can say that we can feed each of our families.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, most people struggle with the issue of the market. How is that for you?
I would say initially we thought there was a challenge in the market, but we only to find that the market is quite big.
Okay.
There are a lot of options. Right now we are working with Mncobi, who basically tell you that they can take all your produce.
Sure.
Yeah, as long as it's up to standard.
Yeah.
And there are other options, like we've been working with the Manzini market. We have ladies there whom we have created relationships with, and they call us to check, hey, do you have vegetables, and then we go and sell there.
Do you go and deliver, or do they come and pick from here?
Mostly we go and deliver. But there is one time, our last cycle, we had some ladies come from Mbabane market.
So what resources do you have? Do you have a truck for delivery?
All along we didn't, but we recently acquired one. We're just working on it to get here from South Africa. So it will make things much easier. But the market, I believe it's vast. Even if you hear the statistics from Mncobi, a lot of produce comes in from the outside, which means there's great opportunity.
We just
need,
we need more production.
We need production. And when production, a lot of production needs a lot of support. Because right now we're having a challenge with climate change, and you can put stuff on the field, but you are not guaranteed to come out the other side. So it's that's not good for agriculture.
Shelve that for later. I want us to speak about the challenges later on in our interview.
Okay.
But you also talked about standards that you need to meet. So what standards are you aspiring to as a farm, and is there anyone helping you to get there?
We would like to produce quality products.
Sure.
There's a certain quality you need to be producing. For instance, when producing tomato, which is what we usually do, right? The tomato is expected to be almost spotless. So it's hard. It's not as easy as you might think because of the challenges of what I just said. Climate change, and I'll bring up Include again. They've also been trying to bring trainings where you can get more trainings about what kind of produce the market is looking for.
Sure.
And also NAMPOD tries to give trainings about that what kind of produce does the market want.
Correct.
Because they also are ahead in knowing what the consumers want. So yeah.
Let's get into the challenges. You started in 2021. What challenges have you faced in that period?
I would say the first is what I've been saying, climate change.
Yeah.
Sango for hailstorm.
Yeah.
Hailstorm is a big thing. So right now the way it is, you are almost guaranteed at least once a year you are going to have a hailstorm.
Yeah.
So that's a big challenge. Each time you hear thunder,
you want to run away.
You want to run away. So and the winds have been getting bigger. So it's one of the biggest challenges. And I think to mitigate such a challenge, would need the other challenge you'd have, which is capital.
Yeah.
So a lot of what needs to happen to meet the quality standards that need to be made needs quite the investment, which is money. And there are some financial institutions which do provide that. We've tried previously, and one challenge we had was even the interest. Personal, I would say that the interest is
of the financing.
Yeah, of the financing. Personal, I think maybe it's a bit steep, and you find yourself when doing the cash flows of. You see that it seems like I'm just working to pay the bank their money.
I see.
So but with the Agricultural Development Fund, I think they might be coming. There is hope. They might be coming with a solution.
So you did say that you are working on an application to send to the Agricultural Development Fund?
Yes. Right now I'm working on it. We hope to be able to submit by this week.
Okay. What will that be about? Is it finding more land or finding more inputs or infrastructure? What is that loan going to be about? You are going to. We are trying to get more tunnels. Okay. So we want to at least get 4 more. 4 tunnels. Yes, 4 tunnels. That would be where we would like to get the funding for. Great. And then with the others, I think we're in a place where we can, the outfield, we're in a place where we can continue with the money we've gotten from what we've been doing. Yes. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Now, what does the future look like for you? What do you want to achieve with this project? Maybe say in 5 years. In 5 years, I think we would like to be a major producer of vegetables. Yeah, in Swaziland. Yeah. Sure. And also we have a nursery here, so we'd also like to be a bigger supplier of seedlings. Yeah, for everyone. So So we would also like to be an inspiration to other young people that there is life in agriculture, and you can do a lot there. Great. Yeah. Now there's 3 of you. How do you do division of labor? How are you managing the farm without creating duplication as you work? Have you done a structure of how, in terms of your roles? What is your role, for instance? Okay, my role is primarily on the administration part. Okay.
keeping the books in order. Like now what I was telling you about the applying,
proposal.
yes, so I'm responsible for that.
Okay.
Making sure the finances, how are looking good. I know what happens there.
Yeah.
And then my brother Bandile, I would say he's the farm manager.
He's the technical guy.
Yeah, everything about producing, he makes sure that we're up to speed and he knows what we have to do. And then Mncobi, we want him, he looks after the market, seeing where we can sell, where is the new market, how can we exploit that. Yeah.
Even possibly managing your Facebook page. Those are marketing channels these days.
Yeah.
So if
right now I do that, but maybe I'm not so suitable with that. We're going to see what
it's for the younger people.
Yeah.
Well, everyone must learn the skill. It's digital marketing is becoming more important. I think we can all agree. So thank you very much again. Really appreciate that we could take the time to look into what you guys, the beautiful thing that you're doing in this farm. And one thing I possibly forgot to ask was, is this Swazi Nation land or is it Taklitit? Is it a farm?
It's Swazi Nation land.
So it's under a chief?
Yes.
So in terms of financing, how easy or difficult is that?
Yeah, I think it's not difficult. You just need to get the permission from
the chief.
From the chief, yeah. Okay. Otherwise, it's based on agreements you've made.
Yeah.
Like here, we would have to make an agreement with the chief that we are doing this, and this is what we're going to do. Okay. We should guarantee you to work with the investment you've made.
Yeah.
Not that after some 2 years, maybe someone now has a problem and then tells you need to stop after you've made the investment.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of having a letter from the chief with the agreements you have with the people.
Now let's also talk about sustainability. I see that you have solar panels here. So what do you use that for?
Yeah, the solar panels to get our water with the borehole, yeah. Okay. To get water. I think it's we need to invest more in that because the way we have it now, it's challenging.
Yeah.
Like we need to have batteries for after, maybe when it's overcast or at night, you can still pump water from that. So because it gets challenging when it's overcast, but you still need to water.
Sure.
So a lot of investment we still need to make in that. Okay. And also we try to use, with all our crops, I think we use the drip irrigation.
Yes.
Which saves water and it will save you on electricity. So, yeah.
Then the last thing, have you thought about insurance? I mean, you've talked about the issue of climate change and the hailstorms and all that. Have you thought about using insurance to protect your project?
Yeah, we are working on that. We hope maybe we'll fully insure after the process of getting the Agricultural Development Fund goes through. Okay. Then I think we'll ensure everything.
Great.
Yeah. Now they tell us about is it Litwala?
The insurance.
Okay, yeah. I think they have a package for farmers there. So,
great. Yeah.
And a lot of, I think others are coming. In
that space.
Yeah, in the space.
Bandile, we are here at your farm here in Luve. Thank you again. We spoke to your brother. We appreciate that you could allow us to be here. But I'm interested in your story. You studied agriculture. You did a diploma in agriculture way back in 2013. What motivated you to do that? What motivated you to even think agriculture? as a profession?
So, Mr. Mngadi, thank you for having us on your show today. Thank you for considering Marime Farms as one of the first participants on this show. So, with regards to my passion for agriculture, as I grew up doing agriculture, we started in grade 6. We had a program whereby we would do a 1 meter by 3 meter plot. And I always had a joy during the time of harvest of picking what I had planted and taking it home with me.
Taking it back home?
Yes.
Which school was that? Where did you go for school?
I went to school in Mbaga Railway Primary School.
Okay.
So this is where the foundation was laid.
All right. So in 2013, you went to what is now called University of Mpumalanga.
Yes.
To study agriculture. Tell me more about that one.
Yes, so in 2013, I started going to a college in South Africa called Luve College of Agriculture, where I enrolled for my diploma in plant production.
Okay.
So as that was my desire to produce plants, basically we were learning about fruit farming, vegetable farming, and agronomic produce farming, which includes your potatoes, sugarcane, and things. So that was a very good school to enroll at the time. It has produced a lot of professionals in agriculture. Yeah. And I also saw myself becoming successful through being raised through the system of that school.
Great.
Yes.
Now you are the technical guy here. Tell me about that. How has that been? What is your involvement, your being around? How has it helped the farm to grow?
Okay. So my responsibility basically is to make sure that we harvest. Yeah. Without me, we wouldn't have any harvest, because from the beginning, when we put the seedling in the ground, we have to make sure that it is healthy enough for it to shoot up until harvest. Sure. So I am responsible for the spray program, the fertilizer program, making sure that drip irrigation is working well, making sure the water is managed well. And as my brother had mentioned previously, in installation of this system, I was very pivotal, because before, by experience with working with other people, artisans, I was able to take away the skill of plumbing as well. So I would say I'm very handy, and I do a lot in this farm. It is very needful for someone who is managing a farm to know all these skills.
Great. Now, this farm is managed by a family. Yes. You are one of the key members of the family. Yes. Tell me about your aspirations now of growing this farm as well. Where do you want to see this farm go?
So we really dream of being big. Yeah. We have a huge ambition, huge goals, and I am sure, because of the hard work that we put in, our logo is the diligent hands. Wow. And in that slogan, by all means we are pushing that slogan, and we are aspiring to be even more and more bigger. Since we started in 2021, the trajectory is going only up. There's no dip, and there's no going down, because we have a clear vision. Sure. And we are working as hard as possible to
I like that.
fulfill that vision that we have, even without the help that us now,
Yeah.
include, or even my mother has been providing.
Yeah.
I do believe in the project that even with our own ambitions, we will
definitely
strive to go
surge.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, but we are very thankful for the support that we have
Yeah.
been receiving. Not to shoot down the support.
Yeah.
We're so thankful for the support. We're so happy for the support. But we have those ambitions.
You also have something in you that's making everything happen.
Yes.
Now, you must also possibly, you've received some help from many people, but at this stage, you also have possible needs to expand or actually to do more things here. From your side, what kind of help are you looking for at this stage?
So at this stage, we are currently suffering a lot, as my brother said, with climate change.
Yeah. Yeah.
As he had mentioned, that in the next step forward for the farm, one of which is we want to establish this farm into smart agriculture, whereby we put more tunnels.
Oh, yeah.
And that means more money, because with tunnels, with harvest, you can grow up.
Yeah.
Like the tomatoes grow way tall, and you can harvest more in a small space of land. And also, we are looking to acquire something of the size of 10 hectares.
Okay.
That's the minimum, or more of land. We need that to reach the goals that we have set for ourselves in the next year.
Okay. Have you made some move around getting that land? Is it promising? Or are you looking into buying a farm, or are you hoping to lease a farm? What is your strategy?
So our strategy thus far, it would be far-fetched for us to buy a farm because of the funds. We do not have the capital to do so.
Yeah.
But we have been thinking and strongly considering, because of where we are located in this Swazi Nation land.
Sure.
We are looking to see if we can have land loaned to us by the chieftaincy that we have around, or even local neighbors.
Neighbors that you can speak to nicely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. No, that's a good strategy.
So, yeah, we also are not closed to even leasing land outside of where
Luve.
we are.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But we have been considering, and we have been talking to the right people about the direction we can take.
Yeah. Now, obviously, proximity is going to be important so that you can manage.
Yes.
That it's not too far.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Marime, thank you very much, and all the best in your farm. We wish you all the success that you are aspiring to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Mncobi.
So, Mncobi, how are you, my brother?
Siyaphila
Mngadi, yeah.
Mngadi, yes.
Since you've been here, we've seen you busy in the farm. Is that something that you like, to be in the farm and working here? This is where you spend most of your time?
Yes, farming is something I love to do. Appreciate together with my brothers. It is what we aspire to be, farmers.
Yeah.
It's not what we aspire to be, it's what we are.
It's what you are.
Yes. Did they mention the fact that our clan name actually means farmer? Yes. It is in our genes.
So it's already in
our
your
DNA.
genes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the love for agriculture, basically it might have come from that.
From that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I went to school for it. I didn't.
When was that? When did you study, and where did you study?
I studied at the University of Mpumalanga for a couple of years.
Okay.
I studied diploma in agriculture,
Okay.
in plant production.
All right.
So that is where I got to hone the
skills,
the skill
All right.
of gulima and things
Yeah.
like that. But then when we came back home, sakwati kufunza from other farmers as well.
All right.
On the practical side of agriculture.
Yeah.
It really helped us a lot. You think farmers who didn't go to school as I did,
Yeah.
to university, wouldn't know much, but for us we learned a lot from
others as
from
well.
other farmers. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they helped us a lot with growing the crops, even in finding market for our crops as well.
Sure.
Yes.
Now, I think the interesting story about you is that you are three brothers.
Yes.
Together, working together, and you've been doing this for some time now. I think this is 2025, could be 4 years together.
Yes.
Have you faced any challenges working together, or is it the perfect way of doing things from
Working
your
together?
Yeah.
Well, I'd say there are some challenges working with your brothers.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes there is some sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
But we were able to get past that.
Sure.
And we find a middle ground to work with. And yes, it is with we try to work with much respect with one another.
Sure.
Yeah, so that we attain the same goal, because we have the same.
The goal is the same for all of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's very important for you to realize that
Yes.
actually you have the same goal. So whatever differences, they wouldn't matter actually, because you're all working towards one thing.
Yes.
Now, you must have some aspirations for the farm as well, or even for yourself.
Yes.
What are those?
Well, aspirations would be that we farm on title deed land, on
Sure.
on an actual farm.
Yeah.
Because here we are limited with the land. The land
Space,
is
yeah.
really small, so we would like to upscale, and that will bring more revenue to the farm, to the business
Sure.
itself. Yes, so we'd like to have a bigger farm and hire more people.
Yeah.
Try to limit the number of people who are unemployed in the country.
Yeah.
And also try to give them a better living wage, if you
Great.
will. Yes.
Yeah, and we didn't speak much about that with your brothers, but in this community, I did get that you employ, people from around to help,
Yes.
particularly when it gets busy in
Yes.
the season. How many people normally sometimes do you employ as casuals?
Sometimes it's about, it does get to about 5-6 people at times.
Okay.
Especially when we are harvesting.
Yeah.
It does get to a number of people. But on normal, normally,
Yeah.
I should say, we have 1 or 2
Okay.
casuals.
Because you are the ones, 3 of you are actually working.
Yes, we are
In the
also
farm.
working in the
They are not managers.
yes.
Yeah. So that's an important dynamic, because other people start businesses, and then they employ others, and then they sit in their offices.
Yeah.
But you actually are actually in the farm on day-to-day basis.
That is true.
And because
yes.
there's, as you said, you are a Marime. This is what you do. It's natural
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
right. Yes.
Great. No, so thank you so much. We do wish you all the best for this project to grow.
Yes.
And we really also appreciate that you took the time to share your story with us.
Yes.
Not just us, but I think for me, I mean, we're on YouTube, possibly the rest of Africa or even the rest of the world should know that in Eswatini we've changed things. We can actually grow by doing agriculture.
Yes.
Because most people, especially young people, think that agriculture is for the other people, elderly people in particular, or older people.
Yes.
But you are young people showing other young people that it can be done. So big ups for that. So thank you, Mr. Marime.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
sir.
we'll